Hey, and welcome to Daddy Mojo. It's the podcast where we'll talk about parenting, all-age comic books, toys, and more. Now, here's your host, Trey Burley.
Normally, we start these things off with some glib comment to grab your interest, but let's cut to the chase and say this graphic novel is awesome. It's awesome for so many levels on so many reasons. Eerie Tales from the School of Screams. It's from cartoonist, author, illustrator Graham Annable. It sounds like cannibal. And I have trouble saying it. It's a fabulous graphic novel because at the root of every kid, and here I'm speaking about kids in third grade and up, every kid in third grade wants to engage and consume something scary without being scared at the end of it. Case in point, I was 3 or so when Jaws came out. I know that dates me, but I really wanted to go to the theater and see it. But the second I walked into the theater that was showing Jaws, I ran out crying because it was too scary for me. It was too much. This graphic novel is far from too much. If anything, this is a great graphic novel that's going to pique the interest of those kids who are in third grade and all the way through middle school, because it's a meaty graphic novel. It's thick. You can feel it. It's 5 short stories that are interconnected. They've got a thread that connects each one, and even a punchline at the end that's a little scary and a little more evil than the rest of the graphic novel. But it's also really sweet. And how Graham manages to do all that in one graphic novel is quite the mystery. But it really is a pleasure to read. And this is a case where our 13-year-old really hit the nail on the head. When this book first arrived in the office, he grabbed it immediately, went to his bedroom, read it in about half an hour, and said, "This book is awesome." And that was about 4 weeks ago, and it took me 4 weeks to get to it. I trust my son's intuition a little more weightily next time because it is great. And he's the 13-year-old kid who loves to read, but he's been loving to read since he was about 6 or 7. So if you're a reluctant reader in early middle school, you'll love this. If you're a reluctant reader in the middle part of elementary school, third grade and up, you're going to love this, and it's not going to be too much. And it's a very intelligent graphic novel. It's well-paced, because when you read it, there are some panels that have the same bit repeated with subtle changes to pique your interest and your curiosity until it happens. And it can be a number of different things. The monsters occur, or something else happens. And that's the other thing. There's a great heel to this book. If this were some mamby-pamby graphic novel that didn't have a hint of evil or a hint of bad, then kids would stay away from it. They would say, "This is some unicorn book. I don't want to read it. Give me something scary with bite and panache." And this graphic novel, Eerie Tales from the School of Screams, man, it has it. If you are 7 or up, and this is heavy for you middle school kids also, because it's not weighted down for those younger kids. It's just enjoyable for them. You 13-year-old kids, you older kids, you can still dig into this book and really enjoy it. I promise you. It's Eerie Tales from the School of Screams, and it's going to be fabulous for ages 7 and up.
Thanks for listening to Daddy Mojo. Be sure to tune in next time. For more information on any of the things we talked about today, just check out the website, daddymojo.net, or hit us up at Daddy Mojo on social media.